Right, we're ready to begin with LSU. Reminder, the locker room is open at this time. We'll begin and ask Coach McMahon for some general thoughts on the game. Then we'll take your questions just for the two student athletes and then excuse them back to the locker room, and then we'll finish up with Coach. So, Coach, would you begin?
All right, thank you. Really proud of our players. Thankful for the opportunity to advance here in the SEC tournament. It was a fun game, a great atmosphere. I was not expecting that many people here on opening night. I hope I'm never back for opening night, but that was a lot of fun. Really proud of the way our guys responded. As we all know, we've had some 10, 12-point leads where we haven't been able to sustain it and find a way to win. Georgia did a great job fighting to get back in the game and tie it up. Had all the momentum, and I thought our guys really responded well and found a way to win. Just looking at the box score, things that really stand out to me, and how do you overcome 36% shooting from the floor and 20% from three. 25-4 on the offensive glass. Second chance points was huge for us. And then just limiting our turnovers. 10 assists, 1 turnover in the first half, and then finished 13-5. So really proud of our guys and looking forward to the opportunity tomorrow night.
All right, we'll take questions just for the two student athletes. We'll start right here on the front row.
Question for Trae. Congrats on the win, by the way. Like Coach said, you guys were really able to get an edge on the offensive glass, and then you also had 11 total rebounds and a double-double. What do you think it is about this team that's so good on the glass?
This is a tough team. We've been through a lot this year. We can't go back and change it now. But at the end of the day, as long as guys go out there and do their job and go hard for the team, anything is possible. Tonight I just went out there and just played hard and did what I could for the win. So thankful.
Other questions for either student athletes? Let's go to the middle aisle.
KJ, you told us about a week and a half ago that you've been taking Sean Phillips under your wing. What did you feed him today?
Me and Sean roommates at the hotel, so I just told him to come out and just play basketball. Don't block out all the noise. Come out and just play basketball, and the outcome is the outcome. He came out with his first career double-double, 13 and 10. And he just stayed the course on the offensive end, defensive end. Credit to him. He's worked tremendously hard, and it came out with a good outcome today.
Other questions for either of the student athletes? If you'll raise your hand. All right, let's go back to the center. Oh, do you have one over here? All right, go ahead on the left side.
For either of you guys, you saw Vanderbilt a few weeks ago. You're going to see him again tomorrow. What did you guys make of them last time you saw him and now?
Vanderbilt's a tough team. They're well coached, and they really play hard. So like tonight's game is over with. We got to put it behind us. Our main focus now is on Vanderbilt. Going out there, 40 more minutes, just give it our all. Stick to the game plan. I think we'll be fine. So,
was that both players? Okay.
Oh, like he said, we got to lock in on our principles. They came out and they gave us a great game. But we came out with the win, so we got to come out again and just come out and just play hard.
Okay, let's go to the center aisle.
Trae, you look like you came out tonight and wanted to attack right from the start. You had a pretty good first half that kind of set the tone. What was the plan going in? Was to take it right in the middle to him?
Yes, sir. Like I said, going out there and doing what I can to help this team win. Being as aggressive as I can and attacking the rim at all times. This team, we have a lot of great shooters. We can always space it out, but getting downhill is my main trait. So I think I did that pretty well. So thank you.
Right, front row, do you have one?
For both of you guys or either one of you, how do you plan on handling the crowd tomorrow? It's going to be pretty heavy for Vanderbilt, of course, because they're right here in town. So how are you going to block out that noise?
Pick a player. Pick a player.
Oh, you got to treat it like white noise. Like tonight, we went out there. As long as our team knows that we're all together as one, we'll be fine. Everything else, you got to block it out and just go out there and have fun and play ball. So I think we'll be very fine for tomorrow.
All right, we have time for one more question. If anyone has one, please raise your hand. Last call. All right, we'll excuse the student athletes. You can return to the locker room.
Thank y'all.
And we'll continue on with Coach McMahon. Raise your hand if you have a question. Let's go back to the center aisle, start.
Matt, you said yesterday, Monday, that the big thing would be turnovers. You had 1 in the first half. That was a charge on KJ, 5 for the game. Do you think that was the big key in the game?
I think it was a huge part of it. I mean, you look at so many games. Just last week, for example, I mean, our 2 opponents outscored us 33-6 on points off turnovers. It's impossible to win when you're giving away that many points. So I thought that was important. We really executed well offensively in the second half. Oh, excuse me. I flipped that, trust me. In the first half, the ball moved. I thought we were able to really do a good job attacking in our ball screen attack there with 10 assists, only 1 turnover, and able us to build the lead. The second half, Georgia changed their coverages up. We didn't attack as well. Of course, we turned it over the first 2 possessions of the second half just for a good laugh there. But overall, 13 assists, 5 turnovers. But then also, Sheldon, I think you have to look at the offensive rebounding. I mean, we turned our 18 offensive rebounds into 25 points. And it's not just that we got the offensive rebounds, is that we were efficient in converting those into points, which has not always been the case for us this year.
Other questions, raise your hand. Other questions for Coach? All right, back to the center aisle.
Really big sequence when Sean got the dunk on the putback, and then he blocked the shot on the other end when it looked like the guy was going to get Bridges was going to get an easy shot. How big was that for a young guy like him that hasn't played a whole lot?
Well, I thought he made huge plays, Sheldon, that really impacted winning. Not just those 2 plays you mentioned, but going to the line up by 1, I believe, at the time, and he knocked down both free throws in a clutch situation there. Bridges is such an effective scorer there in the post. I thought he was really solid on the defensive end of the floor, and overall just was a great screener for us offensively. I thought he did a lot of things well that enabled us to win the game.
Any other questions? All right, we're back to the center aisle one more time.
Derek Fountain, is he going to be available? And then also, what did you kind of tell Sean? He had to take up some minutes tonight, right? I mean,
we sure hope so. It's a day-to-day injury. Suffered in practice earlier this week to his right shoulder. Hope to have him back tomorrow night, but not counting on it. We'll see how he responds to treatment. I think Sean just knew there was a great opportunity for him to step forward there. Derek's been one of our most efficient and consistent players all year. So we were going to need someone to step up, and Sean came through huge for us. I thought KJ made big plays when the money was on the line there late in the game, made clutch free throws. And I would say, Sheldon, that was my final key to the game, the free throw line. I think we all know Texas A&M leads America getting to the line. Well, Georgia's number 2 in our league, and us being able to stay with them and match them at the free throw line, I thought was really important tonight.
Time for one more question. Anyone? All right, last one on the left side. Go ahead.
Heading into tomorrow, what are your thoughts on Vanderbilt and what Jerry Stackhouse has done with that program this year?
Oh, he's a big-time coach. We'll have to really turn the page quickly here and start our preparation. I think offensively they executed a high level as well as anyone in the country. The other thing we obviously have to factor in is when we played them last time a few weeks ago, Robbins was still available, had a monster game, almost I think 1 block shy of a triple-double. So with him out, I know they've continued to have great success and win a lot of games, but we've got to spend a lot of time tonight figuring out how they're playing different and what we need to prepare for to give ourselves an opportunity tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.